Alright, beautiful people, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can acquire up to $100,000 in business funding, even as a startup, all right? Even if you have no business as yet with absolutely no revenue. I'm going to be sharing with you where you can go and a unique strategy that you can use today to get up to $50,000 to $100,000 in business funding. So keep watching. Welcome, beautiful people. It's Shibivia here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thanks for stopping by and hitting that play button. On this channel, I share lifestyle, side hustle, and business gems that can help you improve the quality of your life and business. And if you've been following me for a while now, you know that for the past maybe 3 years or so, I've been sharing business gems here on my channel that will help you build solid business credit and better position your business for funding. So if this type of content sounds good to you, be sure to hit that subscription button and the notification bell as well. That way, when I post a new video, you will be the first to know. And so that way, YouTube will know that you're looking for this type of content, and it also helps out the algorithm. Now, you're going to stick around until the end of this video because I'm going to be breaking down some steps, sharing with you guys some strategies, and walking you through exactly how you can get approved for this type of funding. And we're talking about from $50,000 to $100,000 in business funding / business credit. And yes, as I mentioned before, this is regardless of whether or not you have business revenue. And this is huge because with a lot of business funding programs, it does require you a lot of times to have some revenue. I'm sure if you are a business owner, you might have submitted some applications in the past and you might have been denied. And that could have been for different reasons, whether one, your business is probably or was not properly structured, two, you weren't looking in the right places, and three, sometimes it just means that you aren't ready for funding or your business or you as an individual have not met the minimum requirements. And that's okay. You can always get prepared. And that's why I'm here. Now, with this startup business funding program that we're going to be talking about, please understand that it will require you to leverage your personal credit. I'm not here to sell you something false and tell you that, hey, you don't have to leverage your personal credit. You don't need any revenue. I don't really think that exists. You have to leverage something. So if you have not been in business for a while, you don't have 2 years tax return, maybe you don't have business credit built, like solid business credit built, you're going to have to leverage something. And a lot of times in that case is either your personal credit or assets. Now, in this case, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can leverage your personal credit to acquire this type of funding. And as someone who has worked in the financial industry, I've worked in the financial industry for about 5 years. Before I was a flight attendant, and I worked behind the scenes. I worked closely with underwriters. I worked as a loan processor myself. I worked closing loans and all the things. I worked closely with like the business development and business underwriters. So I have quite some experience in the business lending field, and I'm well aware that it's not always the easiest as a small business owner to get approved for funding. A lot of times they require a lot of financial stuff and, skin in the game and stuff like that. Now, if you don't have, let's say, good or great credit and you're watching this video now and you're like, well, should I get I have a really poor credit, I have no business revenue, and this may not work for me. This program may not work for you. What I will say is that I do have a prepare kit in my description below that you can feel free to check out. It has in-depth training as well as templates, okay? Templates that you can use to dispute like collections, charge-offs, late payments, stuff like that. If you were trying to improve your credit score, you can feel free to check out that in-depth kit in the description below. With that said, let's move on. So one of the companies I'll be talking about today is BizCredCo. Okay, BizCredCo has unique partnerships and relationships with lenders who offer this startup business program. I'm all about leveraging people's resources and time. And it does not cost you to apply. It does not cost you out of pocket for this program. Now, once you do get approved for this funding, it will be a 0% interest type of funding for about 18 to 24 months. So you're paying a 0 interest. Now, this type of program is called a syndicated line of credit program. So you need to access these funds as cash, okay? Cash in your bank account. And it has some notes here because I want to go over what makes this program so unique, right? For one, like I just said before, you will have the opportunity to get up to 100K, which is about 50K on average, but up to 100K in your line of credit at a 0% APR. Additionally, you have the ability to liquidate the lines into your bank account. So again, that means cash into your bank account. And you also have a low payment options. And most industry types are accepted. Now, if you are a startup or you don't have a business as yet, you can still apply for this program. They will ask you, what type of business are you trying to start and stuff like that. But you don't necessarily have to have a full-fledged business, which is super dope about this business funding program. The beautiful thing as well with applying is that it does not impact your credit score. There is no hard credit check when you apply. It's just a soft pull, which when you apply, you'll get like this step-by-step, how the application process works, but it's super simple. So you get to get approved for this program without even having a hard credit check on your reports. So now you're probably wondering, what are the minimum requirements with this program? So let me walk you through the minimum requirements. Okay? Again, I'm checking my notes here. So minimum credit score is at least 680 plus. So you want to have at least a 680 or higher personal credit score. Okay? Because remember, we're leveraging this program. You have to leverage your personal credit. And as I mentioned before, if you have a couple of things deterring you, like maybe a couple of late payments, collections, maybe a ton of hard inquiries, stuff like that, check out my DIY credit repair starter kit. This will help you to do it yourself. So if you want to save a couple $100, okay, and do it yourself, just communicate directly to these lenders and creditors. I have it all in that for you guys. Also a training video, okay, and the templates. Let me tell you, this strategy works, okay? It has worked for a ton of people. It has worked for my husband, actually. He was able to use this strategy and was able to get something minor taken off. It was something that we didn't even really know about, but it was a collection. So it put a big, huge thing on his report, and he was able to get it taken off just by using the strategy, templates, and all that. So feel free to go check. So again, with the minimum requirements, 680 or higher, it's preferred that you have less than 4 inquiries in the past 6 months. And with inquiries, if you do have a lot of inquiries in the past 6 months, inquiries is something that you can try to dispute, especially if it's been less than 60 days. You want to make sure that you have no late payments in the past 12 months as well, and no collections and charge-offs. Okay, so no major derogatories in the past 12 months. You also want to have credit cards that are at least 2 years old, recording on your credit report. Now, if you're wondering how you can get access to your credit report, you can always go to annualcreditreport.com and pull your credit report for free. You can use IDIQ and pull a tri-merge credit report, which is also what this program will use when you apply to pull your tri-merge credit report. So I'm literally giving you guys the entire process, okay, of how this program works, the ins and outs, because I know exactly the ins and outs of how this program works, okay? So if you want to do yourself a favor, prior to applying, or you can wait till you apply, whichever. Again, it does not affect your credit score. There's no hard credit check, but pull your own tri-merge credit report from a place like IDIQ, and the tri-merge credit report is essentially your Equifax, Experian, Insurance Union credit report. And regardless of whether or not you're applying for this loan, it's just something good to do, to pull your tri-merge credit report so that you can see exactly what is reporting on all 3 viewers. Because if there's inconsistency, you can actually go ahead and dispute stuff. So, for example, if you have stuff reporting on Equifax and it's not reporting on TransUnion and Experian, you can actually dispute that as an inconsistency. All right. So, listen, y'all, I'm giving you guys the game here. Okay. So, regardless of applying for this, go ahead and pull your tri-merge credit report. Use IDIQ. I'll have a link as well in the description below that you can use to pull your tri-merge credit report. And that way, you can see exactly what's reporting and what's not. So, for example, if you have inconsistency with your address, your trade line amounts, what's reporting, the name of the company, stuff like that, you can dispute those things, have it fall out, and you can use the kit in my description below as well to do that. Now, that's one strategy, okay? Using BizCredCo to leverage other people's resources, okay? BizCredCo is helping startups acquire funding for their business, even without revenue. So definitely check them out. I'll have the link as well in my description below. So I just shared with you one strategy, okay? Here's another strategy that you can use. You can probably do this yourself. It may take you a little more time and research to do it on your own versus just applying. But here's what you can do. You can go to this site here called Help Me Build Credit. Let me just click on it real quickly and take you guys on over there. Let me tell you guys, you are getting some game today, okay? If you like what you're getting so far, be sure to hit that subscription button and the notification bell as well so you don't miss out any future videos from me, okay? Be sure to watch that content on here as well. But anywho, you're going to go over to Help Me Build Credit. When you go over to Help Me Build Credit, it's going to tell you all the business credit card options. It's kind of like, I guess you can call it corporate stacking. You may have heard of like credit card stacking. And when you go over there, it has filter options. You can choose the types of banks, or you can just select all banks. You can choose where they report to. You can choose state, whichever, okay? And having the option to choose where they report to is so great because from the get-go, you will be able to know exactly where these credit card companies or where these credit cards are going to be reporting to. Now, when you go over to the site, you'll find out what's unique is that people are sharing their application experiences. They're sharing their application experiences. They're sharing their approvals and rejections to help other users find their next best credit card. For example, this person shared that, hey, my score was 677. I applied from California and I got $21,000 with this particular United Club Visa credit card. Okay, so you can go up there and kind of like feel out what people are getting approved for based on their credit score, based on their annual income, and what bureau these cards are reporting to. So this is a dope platform and a dope tool to use. Okay, so really quickly, I just wanted to drop that gem in there and this strategy where essentially you will be applying for the cards that suit you most and basically stacking. And then you can pull cash out. Not just by cash advance. There are other programs. I don't want this video to be super long, but there are techniques that you can use to liquidate those cards instead of using cash advance. So if you are a newer business owner, you don't have a ton of revenue or you don't have any revenue or you're thinking about starting a new business and you need some funding, I suggest definitely checking out these strategies, checking out this BizCredCo Capital, and see if you are approved, see if you qualify. Again, there's no hard credit checks to get approved. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. Let me know if you liked this video. Let me know if you also have any questions. And if you want to expedite your process in building a solid business credit and making sure that your business is properly structured, okay, so that you can be in better position for funding, you want to work with experts, I have an application link in my description below where you can feel free to apply to work with. I've been helping clients since 2022 build solid business credit and apply for funding. If you did like today's episode, be sure to hit that subscription button and the vision film as well. Again, it's your girl Shibivia. It was an absolute pleasure. And I'll be back with some more gem dropping business content. Until next time.